Gamergate. Wow, the war is still ongoing.
What? Well, let me roll up onto the sidewalk and take a look, yeah? Whoa! She's beautiful. I'm talking about a Yankee Rose. Ooh, and she looks wild. 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 Are you ready for the new sensation? Well, here's a shot of her around the world. All you bathroom boys salute when the black unfurls. Guess who's back in circulation?
Cabrutus, I hope you are watching this. I have your back. I will always be beside you. You're a gamer, and that goes same for me. Now, to my audience, firstly, let me point out one thing. This is something I always like to reiterate. I know some of you are either trans, black, lesbian, or any other minority. My response to that is that I don't mind. You guys can come into my video, you can watch them anytime you want, and I won't ban you. However, if you try to cancel this person, Cabrutus, I won't have sympathy for you. Let me tell you that. Just a few weeks ago, Cabrutus started a Steam Curator group known as Sweet Baby Inc. Detective. It listed games that Sweet Baby Inc. have done. So far, it's a lot of things. I don't know how many. They did remove Forspoken. I think they removed Gears 5. I don't know if it's still there. I really have to check. I believe they removed that. This is why I am proud that I'm Asian. Because you have to know one thing. The difference between the West and the East, or perhaps Asian will develop a game based on quality. And if you don't know, Capcom recently increased their developers' salary to 25%. Now, Yong Ye did make a video on this, and it turns out Capcom, not only that, it gives a 5% increase annually, I believe it's what it's called, because Capcom understands that if their development team, their game development team, continue to create high quality games, they'll get rewarded for it. Take a look at what's happening at Sony, what's happening at Amazon. How many people are being laid off? Sony just laid off what, 900 people? Amazon laid off 1,500 Twitch staff? That's a lot. And not only that, Nintendo, I don't know which part of their console was underperformed, but they didn't lay any of their staff off because they just cut their budget or perhaps cut their salary and give it to the employees. This is why Japanese game companies knows that if high quality games are being made and are being given to gamers, besides de novo of course, then you get sales, your development team got rewarded, and all their blood, sweat, their patience and time will be paid off. Let's see what's happening. I'm going to show you an article. And this is the same person that started a harassment campaign, Chris Kendrick. Yes, you heard me right. As we all know, Baby Inc. employee Chris Kendrick doubles down on call to cancel Steam Curator list, label members as the I don't want to say it, well, you guys know what it means. Now, Sweet Baby Inc. employee Chris Kendrick will launch a cancel campaign against Brazilian gamer Cabrutus Rambo, and his Steam Curator list doubles down on calling for the list to be canceled and proceed to label followers as Nazis, or you know what, just screw it. Before we continue any further, look, gamers want high quality games and fun games, okay? That's all. They don't want political agenda. This is why most people, most gamers, I think there are exceptions, they are playing mostly Asian made video games. I know some of you are playing either Resident Evil, Dragon's Dogma, or even what, Tekken, Street Fighter. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys play that are made in Asia? Now, let's go forward with this article, see what else it says. Okay, it's right here. Originally, Kindred attempted to cancel the Steam Curator list and Cabrutus Rambo back at the end of February, which is like, what, 2 to 3 weeks ago? On X, the Steam Curator harassment group Sweet Baby Inc. Detective is led by this person, Cabrutus Rambo. Here's them trying to be slick so they don't get reported, even with the discriminatory language filed off. The group itself fails the code of conduct, which, seriously, since when they fail the code of conduct, they just list the games that you are associated with and inform consumers. I mean, consumers have the right to reject what you're doing. I know firsthand experience. Now, they just want high quality games. This is the reason why, at this video, if you guys see any games that are not what, Marvel Spider-Man, or perhaps Marvel Spider-Man 2, or perhaps even any Western games, that's most likely either I'm playing old video games that are not yet woke, or Asian made video games such as Tekken, Rumble Rose, Resident Evil 4 Remake, etc. Now, let's see what else he said. Anyway, Kindred added, report the F out of this group. Finally, Kindred called for the canceling of Cabrutus Rambo's Steam account, which tantamount theft, and report Creator since he loved his account so much. Following this initial cancel, Kindred report on Blue Sky. Twitter limited the X account. Yeah, shocker. Kindred posted on Blue Sky, they got my Ars. I'm guessing a few hundred gamers reported on me. Yeah, what's your first guess, genius? And it says that on the screenshot, Kindred says that after carefully review, we determined your account broke the X rule. Your account is temporarily on read-only mode, which means you can't post, repost, or like the content. Most accounts regain full access in a week, but it could take long. Yeah, nice job, genius. It says, we have determined that you have violated the X rules, so we've temporarily limited your or some of your account's features. While in this state, you can still browse X, but you're limited to only sending direct message to your followers, no posts, reports, follows, or likes. Your account will be restored to functionality in 6 days, 20 hours. Yeah. Yeah. Good job, genius. Nice work. Seriously, what do you expect that to happen? You just try to get this guy canceled and then it backfires on your face? Let's see what else he has to say. Okay, right here. Kindred would lock down the X account, but has since unlocked and has doubled down on calling for the Steam Curator list to be shut down while labeling those following it as Nazis. Those writing fanfiction at this point. The group still should be taken down, by the way. If not for the conspiracy, and definitely the Nazis, which I'm not gonna read this. You guys can read this. It's unsurprising that Kindred doubled down given Sweet Baby Inc. CEO Kim Belair made it abundantly clear she backed her employee and had launched her own cancel campaign through the video game journalist Brian Francis at Game Developers. In his article, Francis detailed, Belair admitted that she isn't entirely sure how Valve or Discord should remedy the situation. She and her colleague at Sweet Baby Inc. are experts in online moderation. They're writers. Their job is to create fictional problems in video games, not solve real one. Yeah, like hell it is. She urged Valve and Discord to recognize that harassment campaigns are continuously evolving, that communication platforms need to keep pace with how they're being used to spread hate, which oh my god, I don't think that's hate. Genius. It says here, Blair then shared it's clear that some kind of evolution is needed as only get bigger, and I don't mean for us. If this playbook can work as well as now as it did 10 years ago, Gamergate, it's going to keep working certain ways and they'll find bigger or worse thing to do than this. Really? What is that? Oh my god, that's a lot of things. Okay, before we continue any further, let's talk about that. Okay, how this is not even a harassment campaign, genius. Look, they're just trying to list out games that you have made in the past. You guys are consulting, and guess what? Most of those games flop. Take for example Suicide Squad. How many people play that game now? Seriously, dude, I swear, Sweet Baby Inc. really needs to surrender. And if you're watching this, Sweet Baby Inc., for the love of God, just stop it. I know you guys like to complain a lot, like for example, you're now complaining about Resident Evil 5. That's IGN, I know, but probably they're gonna try to do that. And not only that, Stellar Blade is coming out soon, which at the time of this upload, if my memory serves me correctly, it's about less than 2 months, or perhaps 1 month, 3 days. I had to assume that way, until Stellar Blade is released, which, oh dear, if that release on April, it's we gamers and all of you who are watching this is gonna have a field day. Francis made it clear that the end goal was to remove Steam Curator lists and any place where criticism of Sweet Baby Inc. was occurring. Oh, wow, that's just low. The steps both companies have taken to moderate these groups appear to have some effect, but allowing them to remain online servers organize their overarching purpose, recruiting normies with little knowledge of the game developer, capitalizing on their angers, channel them into direct hate speech towards Sweet Baby Inc. and also pressing inclusivity in video games and beyond. If these loopholes aren't closed, those bad actors will have to learn they can target other developers. This will be the beginning of another massive hate campaign that will leave our industry and its people worse for wear. Not only it is unsurprising given Belair's own comment, but as Vox Days notes in his book, SJWs Always Lie, taking down the thought of police. Well, you guys can read this. Pause the video if you want to read it. So basically what they're saying is that, right, they're being the victim. No. Look, genius. Do you know there's an old saying, bite the hand that feeds you and then blame it on the food that you choke? Why do you bite? Seriously, you know what you did with Marvel Spider-Man and also what you did with other games like The Last of Us Part 2 could end up like this? Genius. It's not gonna go away, and I recommend to all those Sweet Baby Inc. employee, surrender. It's over. The war is over. Gamers aren't gonna buy your stuff. Anything that you do, gone. They're gonna buy mostly my god, I can't even say it, sorry. The gamers will mostly buy Asian-made video games, which includes, if you don't know, there's a Chinese version of Resident Evil. Although I don't see if it released on Steam yet because it doesn't say it's when, but I know it's coming. Yes, I know diversity is important, but you have to know one thing. Gamers, there are some gamers who are older right now that are okay, who grew up during the past. Like myself, I grew up with gaming. I played the House of the Dead. I then played Resident Evil 4. Sometimes the core audience is the importance. You can't just reject them. Take a look what happened to Bud Light and Victoria's Secret. How that work. Look, I know I'm harping on this, but I don't know what. Look, this thing is really confusing this time. And Cabrutus, I have your back. And all the gamers, whatever happens to me, I know all the people in YouTube is going to come for you. They're gonna back you up, and we'll back you up too.
She walks, watch the sparks will fly. Fire dragging on the 4th of July. Those sad songs tonight, something's in the air. Yeah, you can feel it, can't you? A real state of independence. So pretty when the rockets flare. Still proving every night that a flag's still there. Oh yeah. She's a vision from coast to coast. See the shining sea, see the shining sea.
So, if you guys enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe and comment down below. What do you guys think?